foreigners coming in and shit, erode their society. Lost this shit the same fucking way, man.
Same shit.
Slept yet?
No, I haven't. I haven't slept yet.
Well, then we're very lucky that before you took a nap that you were able to stop by. This is the first ever championship for either the men's or the women's team in LSU history. Has that sunk in yet? Has that hit you?
It hasn't. I haven't even, like, I don't even know how to.
She's been spending all her time talking about Caitlin Clark. All she been doing is talking. She didn't even celebrate with her teammates. Everybody on the whole team was over there celebrating, jumping around. She was chasing the white girl around. This girl is crazy. This fucking broad is nuts. Salute to Ron G. Yeah, y'all keep referring to them as women when in fact they are men. Don't sleep on the transgender agenda. It runs deeper than you know. Oh shit, you think I'm sleeping on that shit? Have you seen any of my videos lately?
Right.
Saw the fucking 13-year-old twerking in front of like 1,000 fucking adults and shit. He was popping it like it's hot. And his little fucking booty shake was better than any fucking booty shake I ever seen in my fucking life. And nobody there got arrested.
In LSU history. Has that sunk in yet? Has that hit you?
It hasn't. I haven't even, like, I don't even know how to feel. I wasn't able to get, like, a good cry out yet because I'm just so happy right now. Like, to be able to make this history and just being able to see how much that we've accomplished over the years, just, it's crazy. It's crazy.
What did you do to celebrate? What's the coolest phone call, text message that you've gotten thus far?
I don't know, just having my mom and my brother there was just crazy. I mean, my brother, they got knocked out in the tournament, and being able to come here and just being able to see me was just so much fun. So I'm happy.
Not to mention, I mean, LeBron James tweeting at you. We have former President Barack Obama tweeting at you. What was your reaction when you see all of these people?
None of those people would have tweeted at her if it wasn't no racial bullshit behind this. If they would have just won and she would have shook that girl's hand and said, "Great game," Barack Obama wouldn't fucking know her name. Neither would LeBron.
Having your back and celebrating your game.
No, it's crazy. Like, just over the past, like, 3 months, like, so many celebrities and so many people have reached out to me. It's crazy. So I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, you're good. I'm sure it's still a lot that is sinking in, and I want to dive into your play in this game with Janae and with Perk in just a little bit. But since the final buzzer, Angel, there's been a lot that's been made, frankly, of your gestures on the court. And I think it was ugly, and I think it was unfair.
Yeah, I think her following that girl around, getting in her face, doing like this was ugly. I agree.
I want to dive into your play in this game with Janae and with Perk in just a little bit. But since the final buzzer, Angel, there's been a lot that's been made, frankly, of your gestures on the court. And I think it was ugly, and I think it was unfair. So I just wanted to check in with you. How are you doing? How are you dealing with all of that today?
I've been dealing with this since high school. So it's honestly not new for me. It's just what it is, and I accept it, and I want to take...
Oh, she's such a victim. You know, because there's a black girl playing basketball. You know, it's just so fucking rare to see a black girl playing basketball.
And it's so hard.
It's so hard. And you can't go, every gym you go to, you just stick out like a sore thumb. You're the black girl playing basketball in this sea of white people.
Yo, if you ask me, she needs to parlay this ASAP into some kind of deal with McDonald's or...
Oh, yeah, she's going to definitely do that. She's going to play the victim card as long as she can. And here's the thing. She's going to do this shit so far, like any Sun person, that it's going to turn on her. She's going to push this victim. I'm the only black person that ever played basketball. Black girl never won anything before I did. She's going to push that shit so far that it's going to be a backlash and people are going to fucking start hating her. I guarantee you by the time she gets to WNBA, it's like Brittany Griner. Everybody forgets Brittany Griner was one of the most popular black female basketball players in the world at one time. She was the fucking shit. Everyone loved her. These girls push that shit so far until you fucking hate them. It's just the way they are. They can't stop. They just can't. This girl's never gonna stop doing this shit. Listen,
Hell no.
Listen to the narrative. The narrative is that somebody did something to her.
Into your play in this game with Janae and with Perk in just a little bit. But since the final buzzer, Angel, there's been a lot that's been made, frankly, of your gestures on the court. And I think it was ugly and I think it was unfair. So I just wanted to check in with you. How are you doing? How are you dealing with all of that today?
I've been dealing with this since high school. So it's honestly not new for me. It's just what it is, and I accept it. And I want to take on that role of being the Black woman that's going to stand up for the girls that may not have a voice. So I'm happy I can be the role model and the person that everyone looks up to, and even just the one that can say those things that other people may not want to say. So I'm just happy right now.
What you said over...
Look how ugly what she's doing looks. They're literally acting like what she's doing is normal. If fucking somebody did that to LeBron James or Draymond Green they'd be fighting.
They get a technical. They get teed up.
They fight off the top.
They tried like what she did was normal. They try to normalize this shit. Look at what she's doing. People don't do this. They trying to like make us act like we never watched basketball before. We watched hundreds of games. Everybody here, even if you're not a basketball fan, in your course of your life, you've watched hundreds of games.
That would have been a flag.
Not normal.
No, that would have been a flag in the NFL.
No one does this shit. They're just making it normal because it's the Black girl. And here's the problem. Now, this is going to become normal. Black girls are going to start becoming jackasses on the court.
They're going to start twerking?
Nah,
They think of that.
To be disrespectful.
But they're going to be more disrespectful because they've been told, they've been signaled that this is okay. And not only is this okay, but if someone says something about it,
racist.
They're racist and you get to play the victim.
Role model and the person that everyone looks up to, and even just the one that can say those things that other people
They're trying to act like if this white girl did that to her, it would be all right. If that white girl did that to her, because think about it, the white girl did like this for half a second in another game, and that's a problem. So just imagine if the white girl had done that to her in this game.
No, if she did that, it would be reminiscent of the, Jim Crow.
Exactly. This is weird, but this girl is weird. This girl is a weirdo, man.
The person that everyone looks up to, and even just the one that can say those things that other people may not want to say. So I'm just happy right now.
What you said over the weekend, what you said on Sunday, being unapologetically you, representing girls who look like you, who don't fit in a box, those were some powerful and important words. And I was curious today, all of those girls who have witnessed what you have now been through, what do you want them to know?
Just keep being you. Always, never let anybody ever tell you no or tell you that you can't do this.
So now she's unapologetic. So now she's framed it to where I don't have to apologize for anything. She's being unapologetic. So she gets to do anything she wants now and not apologize, because she's not apologizing. She's being unapologetically Black. So now, Gladys, you got to eat more shit from this broad, because she's not being disrespectful. She's not shitting on you. She's being unapologetically Black.
You got to eat shit and smile.
Think about the way they're talking about it. They're talking about it as if a fucking lynch mob chased her out of the state. The white girl didn't even sneer at her. They acting like the white girl looked at her and gave her like the white girl didn't even look.
She didn't care. She didn't even care. She wasn't even looking at her. She's like,
right, the white girl didn't care, but the white girl would have been well within her right to at least give her a dirty look. The white girl didn't even cut her eyes at her.
That's racism right there. I'll give you a
and
chill,
she's acting like a lynch mob chased her out of the stadium. She's been fucking heralded and and fucking trumped up ever since she did this shit. The only two people really said something against her, Dave Portnoy and Keith Olbermann. Two guys tweeted bad things about her.
What did they say?
Called her a fucking idiot and a piece of shit. And everyone else, 100%. Here's the thing, other than Whitlock, and I think my boy behind the lines in black and white sports, I couldn't find anybody who didn't say it's the exact same thing. You leave her alone. I couldn't find anybody.
I am, and I think that people that support me, they understand me, who I am, and it always comes from a good heart. So I don't care what anybody has to say about me. I love who I am. I'm Angel Reese, and I feel like I've grown to be this person where everybody loves me for who I am, and I think that's because I'm.
Oh God, she's so arrogant. God, me. I'm this. She's so arrogant. She's gonna get people get tired of her real quick, but
Authentically me.
You are authentically you, and we need more of that in the world. I got to tell you, watching you.
We need more of this. Holy shit.
Yikes.
Yikes.
Hearing what you had to say, I was like standing up in my living room saying, you know what? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Right, Shanae?
Yeah, I was saying, preach, sis. Shout out to you, Angel. Congratulations. I am so happy.
And look at the white woman. Look at that fake smile.
Eat shit and smile. I said it earlier. You gotta eat shit and smile.
She put on a fake smile with a mouth full of shit. And she's just like, man, this is the greatest thing. Because you got to know, we all know the difference between the groups. We know her mind works differently. We, regardless of what she say, we know being a glider, she works her brain, calculate, everything goes in and it comes out differently. We know she don't think that shit was normal. We know, but she can't say it.
For you and your overall squad. And I'll just say this, I know you already know this, but you make us proud. I mean, you being
Jesus Christ. All it was fucking taunt the white girl. They're literally saying we're proud of you for taunting the shit out of that white girl and showing her who the fuck was boss.
Right, for taunting master.
This is disgusting racism. This is blatant racism.
Squad. And I'll just say this, I know you already know this, but you make us proud. I mean, you being unapologetically who you are. Not only do you talk your talk and walk your walk, but you also back it up. I'm learning from you, sis. And
me too.
Thank you. And what I also love is that, you know, oftentimes women in sports, particularly Black women in sports.
Serena Williams, every girl in the NBA, WNBA, fucking goddamn all the track stars, the whole fucking US Olympic team. Name some more girl, the gymnasts, fucking Simone Biles, Gabby Douglas, all the little gymnast girls. They have all been fucking lifted up and accepted by everyone. Whenever one of those little Black girls goes to the Olympics, everybody's rooting for their ass. Everybody's happy for them.
I was gonna say the sprinters. What's her name? That's just how some people are.
Sha'Carri, what's her name?
Sha'Carri, yeah, Sha'Carri Richardson. That's just.
But she's an asshole. Sha'Carri's an asshole. So she turned people against her because she's an ass. But Sha'Carri, if she wouldn't have failed that drug test, if she would have won that race and then just went straight to the Olympics, it would have, even when she failed the drug test, people was calling it racism.
Right, exactly. I was about to say that.
It's just weed. It's just marijuana.
If she was white, they would have let her go. Listen, man. And guess what? She went to LSU. That girl Sha'Carri, she's from LSU too. That shit is just crazy, man. Like, this is like if it's just crazy. This is a bizarre world. I don't think gliders really understand how fucked they are.
we have to work twice as hard to get half as far.
Yep.
You had 34 double.
Wait a minute. If that was true, you never get picked. Twice as hard to get half as far. You never get picked. That don't make no sense.
Black girls have to work twice as hard to get half as far in basketball as white girls.
You never accomplish anything. If that was true. That's a nonsense.
And this girl played in the WNBA. She still plays in the WNBA. I think it's the off season. She still plays in the league. What the fuck? And no one batted an eye when she said that. When she said that, nobody said, "What the fuck, bitch? What the fuck you say?"
That victimhood is a drug.
You have to work twice as hard to get half as far as a black basketball player. That means
you have to work 4 times as much as anyone else.
That's crazy.
That's stupid. You would never get picked. That's a waste of resources. We gotta work 4 times as much to get the same result as one person. That's stupid.
Let me tell you something. When you at the gym playing ball, and let's just say it's your turn to pick teams, and there's like a bunch of black guys there, and there's a couple white guys. You just in your mind think the black guys are better than the white guys. You just think that. You wouldn't even pick the white guys wouldn't even get picked. One of them white guys could be the fucking Division I All-American that you never heard of, and you not gonna pick him because he's white.
White chocolate.
I don't know, mate. If he's taller, I think if he's tall, if he's tall compared to like Bugsy, Muggsy Bogues, they may get picked.
I'm picking all sun.
Yeah, man.
Fuck that. I'm picking all Tigers and on Burritos, and we winning.
It's just crazy.
7-foot Tigers.
Right.
We have to work twice as hard.
I can't believe she got away with saying this.
Times women in sports, particularly black women in sports, we have to work twice as hard to get half as far.
Yep.
You had 34 double-doubles this year. You set a record. You were putting in work. Now, the narrative is not saying that. The narrative should talk about the work you put in on the court. So tell
It did, though. You haven't found one person that called her ghetto or a monkey or hood like she keeps claiming. Who you think about this? There's a white reporter somewhere that allegedly called her a monkey, and we don't know her name. We don't know their name.
Yeah, that should have been on CNN, MSNBC.
It would have been.
That should have been what?
And not only was it one, it's a narrative. So everybody's been calling her a monkey and a fucking hood and a ghetto all year, and we don't. And what the fuck?
Tell me, what have you learned from this journey, and also how proud you are of yourself in figuring out how to get to this pinnacle?
Man, just looking back in my life, just seeing a year ago, I was sitting at home watching it. I got knocked out in Sweet 16. So the crazy thing is I took a step in faith and trusted God in going into LSU. I didn't come to LSU. I want to win a championship, of course, but the individual accolades, they just came. I told myself, I told my teammates, and I told my coaches, I don't care about any of the individual accolades. I want to win a national championship, and I want to come here to make a legacy for myself in the program. So I came here and did that, and by doing that, they let me be me. I've never been with a program where I was able to just be myself and honestly just speak on the things that I know is right. So just coming to LSU has just honestly been.
Oh God!
Did she contradict herself?
Yeah, she's so
she
fucking
said that
arrogant.
She said she wasn't for individual accolades, but she's there to show herself. But
she's just an airhead broad running her mouth. She talks. If she had a publicist, he would never let her talk more than 2 sentences at a time. Salute to my man E. Arbo, man, coming through once again, man. He says Caitlyn did that to a glider woman on Louisville because she was talking trash the whole time. How does this make any sense? It's all lies to defend unsportsmanlike behavior. Yes, it's exactly what this shit is basically like, take that, white girl. They're punishing the white girl for being the best in the country. That white girl is the best player in the country. That white girl is the reason people watch this game. And no one was watching this game thinking about no fucking Angel Reese. If she wouldn't have did that shit, nobody would know her fucking name.
I'll tell people,
and I'm
right?
just so happy to be here right
No,
now.
that game, the championship game, was the most watched women's game in the history of women's
So
basketball.
was that like 20 people?
It was 10 million. 10 million people watched that game because of that white girl.
Damn.
That white girl had just scored 41 on the number one team in the country and broke their 42-game win streak. No one thought they could win that game. That white girl went in there and single-handedly beat the number one team in the country, and this was the next game. So everybody was like, oh, shit, we got to see this white girl, da-da-da-da. And then this broad stole the show with that bullshit.
I love that, Angel, because I've been following your Twitter and your Instagram. I know you went live, but you said I had a plan. I just needed the platform. And LSU was that platform, so we're very proud of you. Go ahead, and Ramona. I think you have, yeah.
Well, you said yesterday, like, this has been happening to you since high school, and you have screenshots of all of the hate you've seen on social media. Where do you keep those?
Oh, she's talking about social media. Okay, so, yeah. Of course, people are going to talk shit to you on social media because you run your mouth all the time. So she's talking about, like, that's like me, right? When I first got on YouTube, right, I had 3 channels taken down. People used to always harass me on YouTube when I back in 2017, 2018. Always talk about drop your addy, bitch nigga, da 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 da, where you at, da, da, and all this shit. You know, trying to like provoke me and bait me in and talk shit to me and motherfuckers threaten me and shit and all types of shit. But it's like that's not the same as a reporter from the Washington Post or the New York Times saying those things. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. People online, you just can't even fucking count that shit. That's just part of life. So she's talking about people online saying that she's ghetto. Well, let's go to her Instagram. And what does her Instagram look like? What does this girl's Instagram look like? And listen, man, she's from my area, man. I want to root for her. But she's a fucking hard to root for, man. I want to root for this girl because she's from, I think she went to school in Baltimore and she got ties to DC, but damn, she's hard to like, man. This is her. So let's see her Instagram. Okay. If she wasn't 6'3", that if she was like 5'8" or something like that, even 5'9", that'll look good. But she's humongous. But she looks good. I'll give her that. She looks good. She looks good. So what's the narrative? Showtime. So she's on the cover of a magazine. They're saying how good she is.
Hey guys, so make sure you guys check out my new pieces from Banter by Piercing Pagoda. Hey guys, so I had a long day of practice. I just took a nap and I woke up and I'm super hungry. So I'm gonna go to Sonic and we're gonna look at the Crave menu and see what I should get. So I'm gonna use the $2 and $3 Crave to see what I should get. Okay, so that's a cheeseburger. Okay, I'm gonna use the cheeseburger. This cheeseburger is gonna be so good. I can't wait to eat it. This is perfect for me.
I'm not seeing ghetto and hood, man. I'm gonna continue to look for it, but I'm not seeing ghetto and hood. Are you any of you guys seeing ghetto and hood?
So you have young women out there. You have a beauty tip or two, because when I look at your TikTok, and you love being a lady, you love dressing up, and you love looking good.
Hold on, wait a second. He supposed to be calling her a monkey, man. Time out, man. Why is this white guy? Hold on, man.
Share a couple of tips out there.
I would just say be you. Have fun. Don't let anyone ever tell you what you can and cannot wear.
I think that's kind of how I am. I always embrace myself and who I am and stand on who I am. That's kind of always how I've been. I got that from my grandma.
So you have young women out there. Give a beauty tip.
Well, that white guy wasn't he didn't call her a fucking monkey or nothing like that. He didn't call her ghetto.
If she's wearing weave, how is she being herself?
What you mean, Marcy?
My name is Edward Jones. Edward Jones.
Why she can't wear weave? The Kardashians wear weave.
I don't think they wear
weave.
These blighter whores wear weaves.
Yeah,
why some women can't wear weave? We always wear weave. We will always wear weave. We will not stop wearing weave. We don't care what you black men or you racist white men got to say. We're gonna forever and always wear weave, and you niggas gonna love it.
I think y'all hair look nice already.
Hey guys,
I think it looks nice as it is.
We don't want to wear our hair.
That's a shame.
No, it's not, Marcy. The moisture, our hair ain't built for that. If I flat iron my real hair right now and I step outside, I'm gonna have an afro at the end of the day.
I think an afro is pretty.
What's wrong with afro?
I don't want to. I want my hair flat iron. I don't want an afro at the end of the day.
I think you look good with afro.
Yeah, man. What's wrong with afro, man?
Yeah.
I mean, jokes aside, what's wrong with an afro? I don't think she's
being
wrong
serious
with it.
too. I think an afro is beautiful.
But listen, I
like the long European Indian hair,
and that's fine, and there's no problem with that. But what when you say white girls wear weave too, they're wearing usually weave in the texture of their natural hair. Like white girls are not wearing afro wigs; they're wearing the hair in their texture. So let me just say,
our hair is that texture. When we get a perm, our hair is the same texture of the weave.
No, we're talking about when your hair is not permed.
You're talking about your natural hair, man.
Yeah, your natural hair. It's like if you didn't touch your hair at all, just let it grow out. And if it grow out like an afro,
like mine, man. Your hair look just like mine, just like my daughter and my wife. I live with two women, man. When they don't do that, nothing, their hair look just like ours, man. Listen,
it's beautiful.
Can I just say this though, Angel? I mean, Brown Sugar. You know hood when you see hood, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this girl keeps talking about how hood everybody thinks she is. Every 5 minutes she talking about somebody calling her hood. And I'm like, wait a second, man. Let's look into her past and see why would people be saying this? Because I just went to her Instagram and I wasn't picking up hood vibes. I wasn't picking up nothing where somebody would see her and say hood. Did anybody on the panel see that?
Nah, she don't look like that with her to me.
So she was born in Randallstown, Maryland, which is a suburb of Baltimore. She was born in Randallstown, Maryland, a suburb of Baltimore. Now that's sunny because it's a suburb of Baltimore, but she was born in Randallstown, Maryland, a suburb of Baltimore. She grew up taking part in ballet, swimming, and track. Is that hood? Ballet, swimming, and track? That's not hood. Hood girls be fucking hanging on in the fucking breezeway or hanging in the project hallway with the bad boys or maybe even do a double dutch or even cheerlead or something like that. But at the most, but the hood girls hanging out at the rec center. Somebody got a lot of noise. Somebody typing their fucking ass off, man.
Morris.
And didn't Tupac do ballet?
I was just thinking that about Tupac.
Prodigy.
He wasn't hood when he was doing it. But so you're saying because Tupac did ballet that it's hood now?
No, I was saying that I know Tupac did. Tupac is seen as hood, but I remember he did ballet in the past. I guess he didn't become a hood until I guess he hung around hood motherfuckers.
Okay, so when has this girl been around hood motherfuckers?
I don't know. I guess whenever she started wearing weave, because that long ponytail, I'm not sure if that's her real hair. and that's typically a hood thing to do, to wear a weave.
That's not hood to where. Okay,
Yeah.
so the Kardashians hood then.
Yes,
So
they
any
they
white
are
woman,
ghetto.
because I'm gonna say this, out here, the white women out here, they go to the salons and they get weave in their head. So are they hood?
I guess, but like Ox said, it's the
You
texture.
know damn
Like
well they're not hood, Mossy.
Marcy don't know. We don't know that Marcy knows that.
I guess I agree. I agree with what Ox said. It's the texture.
Marcy said the Kardashians are fucking hood, so
They are
I'm
hood.
not sure.
Hell
All right,
nah.
man. Let me move along, man. So she attended St. Francis Academy in Baltimore, Maryland. Um, so she went to St. Francis. This is a Catholic school, um, and in Baltimore, Maryland. They got they like a basketball powerhouse. You know what I'm saying? They put a lot of players in Division One, and then put a lot of players in. So she went to a basketball powerhouse, but she went from playing ballet, swimming, and track to going to a basketball powerhouse. I'm talking about the type of school where you play teams in California and shit. Like you ain't just playing teams in your area, you playing teams in Texas and fucking goddamn Arizona and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to find the hood where the hood part comes in. Um, I think she just likes saying that. You feel me? I think she likes saying that because she like feeling she want to feel like she hood because she not hood. You know how people that's not hood like to feel like they hood.
Yep.
Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
We've never heard anyone else call her hood except for her. She's the only person we've heard say ghetto or hood. Just her. Um, so she was a 5-star recruit and the number 2 player in the 2020 class. So she was obviously going to all the camps, going to all the fucking goddamn playing all the leagues and shit. So she never had time to be in the hood. She the
So
number
she's
2
faking the
player in the
funk.
country.
All this makes sense now. She was real jealous of that white girl because she felt that attention should be on her.
Yeah, she was her senior year she was the number 2 player in the country. The white girl was a little wasn't a high recruit. She was just worked real hard and became real good.
Yep.
The white girl was like Steph Curry. She wasn't drafted high. I mean, she didn't go to a big school, high school and all that shit. This girl literally was the top player, the second highest grade player in the country in high school. So she's always been like flown around the country, kid air, banquets, galas, camps, symposiums. She ain't never been in no fucking hood. Okay, so I get it now. That's why she keeps saying, everybody keep calling me hood and ghetto, and ain't nobody thinks, don't nobody see you, girl, and think no fucking hood, no fucking ghetto. Stop this
Yeah,
shit, man.
cause I'm pretty sure if she's on that hood shit, like you see like some, like a flash of something, like her
Yeah.
friends,
Once
like
if they had a mentality where they saw the weave and eyelashes, they will say they will connect it to her being hood. They'll think she hood.
You got this type of shit in your house, brown sugar? These bundles?
No, I got a lace front.
I just want a rough neck nigga on the tongue. Just want to send me automatic with a drop. Ask me if I'm fit.
Okay, I guess that's hood, right?
What? Her hair is beautiful.
Annoying.
Oh, she's like 19.
Yeah, I don't like none of that shit. I don't like girls that be wearing all that crazy
Annoying.
shit. I'm all set.
I just want a roughneck nigga on the tongue. You just want to sit.
Is she 19 or 20?
She's 20.
You I can
She's a young woman. Young woman stuff.
when I'm with you. How can us lose and miss the moment? You just too important. Nobody like you.
Hey guys, so we're going into the new year, and now you guys
That's
know
that hood
this is
shit.
my number. So from now on, it'll be 810 Talk. And so I'm here with Emily Ward. So we got our first road kill, but coming back home to SEC play, coming back home to our LSU fans, what's some advice you can give to me?
The advice I'd give for you is that it's going to be really loud. Every SEC game is going to be a tough game. There's no off days. So we just got to prepare and be ready and play how we know how to play.
Going into the new year, 2022 has been a long year, but going into 2023, what's your New Year's resolution?
My New Year's resolution.
You are.
Only been a few hours with first. Flash up in the sky, living my life. Memories.
Flying first class everywhere.
That's some ghetto shit, man. That's some hood shit.
Yeah,
She living her best life.
I'm just seeing
real shit.
I'm not seeing nothing with nobody credible. Now, maybe I don't know, somebody be like, you're good old hood, or like, yeah. Just seeing a fucking girl that's just fucking went to fucking private school, did ballet when she was a kid, grew up in the fucking Blackistan. I will give her that, but just because you grew up in Blackistan doesn't mean you're fucking being good. It means you grew up in Blackistan.
This is the peace that you cannot buy. Send me in love that.
And they wouldn't throw her out of bed either, but she ain't fucking like. I'm not seeing no hood shit. I'm just seeing like nice.
She's probably talking about like cause like but then those girl cousins.
Hey guys, it's Angel Reese.
What? What'd you say?
I said it's probably like something like because I got a lot of girl cousins, and when they be doing like little ghetto hood shit, and I be like, hey, that's some ghetto shit. Or I mean, like she probably like little talk like that, but it's probably that's how far it go. I don't think it went further than that.
Yeah, she seemed like she ain't all tatted up. I don't see no tattoos. I like them like that too.
Piercing. I don't have any tattoos.
Yeah, don't do it either. Keep it like that.
I don't
man.
like that's ghetto.
Yeah, that shit is
That's ghetto.
like, I don't have one tattoo, not one. I hate that shit. That shit is fucking.
Yeah, I don't like tattoos. I don't like face piercings. I don't have none of that dumb shit on me.
Yeah. Do your husband have the sleeve? Like everybody?
No, because his job. He can't get out them tattoos of him.
Okay.
No, I got some tats.
Said he calling from Atlanta, said he miss me.
But it just ain't for me. Most of the dudes I know got some form of tattoo. A lot of them got their whole chest, their whole arms done. So I mean, I got a few friends that's tatted up, but most of them got at least a few of them. I just never wanted to get a tattoo. Flying first class everywhere. This girl is living her best. I gotta work twice as hard to get.
Real shit. Like Brown Shaker said, she living her best life, man.
She really is. To be 20, she going all over the country. She's cute. She getting her money. She won a game. She clown a white girl. People mad. She living her best life.
Yeah, man. what is? I just don't understand why she's a victim. Like she's the biggest victim. It's little needy kids that's fucking hungry and shit, getting their ass beat with extension cords and shit. And this girl's soaking up all the victimhood of the fucking country and shit. It's like, what the fuck is going on, man?
That's other black people doing that.
That's how people think they're victims all the time. They're really just self-absorbed. They're really just real into themselves.
Yeah, I think she's very arrogant because she's always been. I'm sure her parents. She probably had both parents in the house, and they probably, gave her everything that they did everything that she, ballet and swimming as a son person. Like swimming, we went to the pool. Don't get me wrong, but we wasn't taking swimming lessons. We went to the pool. Definitely went to the pool. Shout out to Wilson.
I know the feeling.
Yo, Aki, some people always try to go down to the lowest common denominator because they're ashamed of where they're from. Like, oh yeah, I'm from such and such. She's no different than an NBA player crying victimhood.
Exactly, man. Let me get into some of this fuckery, man. Give me a city, man. Let me see some of this fuckery, man. These people are just weird, man.
Do my city.
What's your city?